I didn't know what to do today. I still don't know what to do today. So we're gonna hang out till something comes up. I don't know. Work. And also trying to figure out how to distract this tiny dog is he's being a menace right now, so that you know, may randomly have to deal with that. Hey. Why? I don't know why, but every time I start streaming, he tries to eat my jacket. Like, you know, I gotta keep these shoulders warm. Sit. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, hello everyone. Yes, I have returned from out of town. Hopefully you guys have been well. I let my sister cut my hair again. Now I have a mullet. You're just bringing back the cool trends. You're just super trendy. I hope it works out. A carrot on a string tied to a ceiling. Oh, dude, that would go so hard. That would distract me for at least an hour. It's not cool. Please help. I mean, only you think it's not cool. Just don't worry. Just go to school and you'll find out the truth. Just digging out from the winter storm we had over the weekend. Yes. How did everybody's weekends go? With I heard like lots of places were getting snowed in and storms were coming through. And hopefully everybody was well and nothing, you know, destroyed or broken. And ran out of food, whatever it may be. Kept warm. Very cold and buried in snow. I do not have that here. It has managed to drop a little bit. If you want the rest of your treat, you gotta stop being a jerk. Look at that. That's a good sit. He's trying to climb on my desk again. But yeah, it's been dropping in temperature here, but not like a drastic drop or cold like it is for you guys. Because I've seen the people being like, oh, it's negative 20 degrees out or something. I'm like, it's only like 50 here. We are doing pretty well. Definitely nowhere near as cold for you guys. As you guys. But hello, Raymond, Berserker, Damascus, Nami, Eki, Tori, Masi, Karslane. Hello, guys. Has snow to start. I don't have any more. I don't know what you're trying to. You haven't even said hello. If you're gonna co-stream with me, Mr. Tiny Dog, you gotta bark. Bark. No, he's too busy seeing if I have more food. -3 at the lowest here. Don't start with me. That's still very cold. Had snow to start, then we had a lot of sleet, then we finished with a light glaze of freezing rain. How's your streets and outside looking though? I've seen people with pictures of like their cars completely frozen over and stuff. If you keep biting me, Tiny Dog, you're gonna go in prison. Don't start with me, mister. No. Never freezes their bottom off chilling in Florida at 80. Florida's at 81? That's insane. You guys are in the middle of basically spring going into summer already. That's disgusting. It's probably moist out there too. Ugh. I hate Florida. Have I told you that I don't really like Florida? Why is it so humid there? I hate it. Like 4 to 6 inches of snow. I'll trade you, Berserker, for, I don't know, at least like a day or two. I would definitely love to play in snow. I haven't gotten to play in snow in forever. Can't get out. Okay, that's what I thought. A lot of people have been snowed in, I've heard. Took my dog for a walk yesterday. It was like high 70s, if not 80s. Yeah, it's so weird. Some people are in like having snow fronts right now, and then the rest of the world is like big chilling in the 70s, being able to go to the beach. Tiny Dog. He keeps pulling up a jacket. No, if eats, you have 2 buckets. He has 2 buckets of toys, and he still prefers to try to eat my jacket. I might have to put him in prison. Weather do be weird. Did you guys see the weather map? Winter stops at Florida state line. Wait, really? Hold on. U.S. weather. I'm trying to type with one hand because the dog. Weather map. Excuse me. U.S. weather map. Let's see. Weather.com. We love weather. Always there for us. Current U.S. temperature map. Let's see. Oh, you're right. It does literally almost stop at the state line. That's hilarious. Wow. And then like, yeah, the West Coast is like in the 50s area. And then you go down to the Cape of Florida, and it's just like 82. That's crazy. Curtain is open. I got some sun in my eyes. If I lean forward, that's gross. At the very least, actually, it's been kind of cloudy here, so I haven't had to deal with it that, like, the heat sun, but it's still kind of... My dog has been hugging the side of my bed all winter. Mine all refuse to sleep in the bed. I don't know, like, do I toss and turn, like, too much or what, but none of them like to sleep in the bed. Okay. Pause. I'm gonna put him in prison. He's being a menace. Ow! You know, I always start stream thinking, oh, he's being nice. He's like sitting down. He's being a good boy. And then as soon as I start talking, he's like, you talking to me? You're not talking to Ghost. You must be talking to me. Alright, he's in prison for now. We'll see how long that lasts before he starts eating everything he's not supposed to be. This dude, I think I told you guys, but he's figured out how to so my closet door is just, it's not like a doorknob or anything, it's just one of those sliding doors. He's figured out how to take it off of the rail so he could just go in my closet, and he's been like eating my shoes and stuff. It's been a great time. But other than that, hopefully you guys have been doing okay. You know, I was thinking about what game I want to get into or what game I want to play, but I just can't figure it out, you know? Like I'm at that point where I'm having another crisis of I have too many games to choose from. In prison, puppy. He's barely in prison. He's just stuck in the bedroom. But yeah, like, I don't know. I have so many things I want to play, and I just look at them, and I'm like, I don't know, but then I could play this instead, or I could play this instead. I'm in that predicament again. Hollow core doors. Absolutely. Destruction is his favorite thing. But I'm too intimidated to play, like, open world games still, because I don't want to have a whole year of a game. But at the same time, if I start an open world game, it means I have something to go back on when I don't know what to play, you know? I don't know. I'm, like, so lost. There's so many things I want to play. On the wheel? I could put them on the wheel. That is true. That is true. The Transformer games are fairly short. And they would be fun. I still need to figure out maybe if there's like some mods and stuff for them, but that's definitely a option. Because I do want to figure out if I could get like enhanced cutscenes or something. Because that game is still old enough that it's 360, you know, era. So the cutscenes are very ugly. Very pixelated, like 420p. Hi, Nightmare! But let me think. What has been on my mind? For playing. I've been kind of thinking about, let me think. Like, so one of them is I've been thinking about playing Warcraft 3. Because I feel like that would be fun. And it'd be kind of challenging, because the game does get hard. And I've never beaten it on, like, a normal difficulty. I never played it on easy. Like, it was, like, one of the first games I played. It's been long enough that I don't really remember much. Doing pretty well, Nightmare. How about yourself? I'm trying to go through my list of games right now that I have, on my computer, on my account, so that I can see what I might want to play. I do know the new, Resident Evil comes out soon. I think that's in February. But that's still some time. Let's see. What else do I have that I'm thinking about? Gotta go through all of my games. I don't know. I could do like open world game, like I don't know, like I could do another Fallout again. I have been thinking about like doing Fallout 1 and 2. So I'm like 1, 2, or 3. I've been thinking about. What else do we have? Any of like those older games, definitely. I have more. Oh, I should look at my GOG. I should see what I have on my GOG. What flavor of video games? Genre? I really don't have a preference right now. I think the only thing I'm kind of tired out on is anything that's like... I want something that's single player for sure. I'm not really down to find like a competitive or PvP game right now. I definitely want something that's solo. Is my GOG not working? No, GOG client not working right now. Hello? This is what happens when I move files to a different hard drive. Destroy All Humans would definitely be a good one, too. Fallout 1 is pretty short. And I do know that Fallout like 1 and 2 like lead directly into each other, so it'd be like a smooth transition, especially if they're short. Because I've seen like the speedrun for Fallout 1 is like 3 minutes. So I do know that if I really wanted to, that game could be done. Fallout 1 and 2 will probably be another year. You can also replay Resident Evil again, pull a Toei and redo something again for the 3rd time, like BOG. True. Oh, man. I am excited for the Dragon Ball stuff. I was on a hype train when I heard that coming out. Like, they're doing Moro and they're redoing Super and we got the movie gonna be all pretty. I'm very hype about Dragon Ball. Very, very hype. I like the Moro arc a lot. Especially because it felt like, for me, for the Moro arc in Dragon Ball, which is what comes after, you know, where they are stop to Super, the anime, it felt much more brutal. From like the rest of the manga from Super, that is, and I'm really hoping they don't tone it down to be like too soft, because I don't know, big spoilers, but people get hurt pretty bad in that arc, so I'm hoping it's not too censored. Fallout 2 I don't think is short at all. No, I have seen that, but I have seen, like I said, the Fallout 1 speedrun is like 3 minutes, but the Fallout 2 speedrun is like complicated. Leon, thank you for the 24 months. Thank you, friend. Woo, man. I also know we've gone long enough that we've hit the 3 going on 4 years that I have to make new badges. Some of you have still the 2-year badge when you should have the 3-year badge, I think. All right, owned games. Oh yeah, another one was I mean, if I wanted to, I could do the first couple of Elder Scrolls too, because I got those as well. But I don't think that one's too high on my list. Oh yeah, Vampire Bloodlines. Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines I was thinking about playing too. Because isn't that one a bit more on the silly side? If I want to do one. Niho is also one. There's like, I don't know, there's like a list of like 10 games that as soon as I look at them, I kind of want to play. The Witcher's another one. So, hold on, let me write these down. I have like a list of like 10 games that I look at and I think about playing all the time, so. And Redacted with the 37 months. Woo! Thank you so much, Redacted. Yeah, dude, yeah, 2 years is such a long time. I feel so old. I feel so old. Doom Eternal. I do need to play the next Doom. That is true. I don't, you know what? I'm just gonna do it in Paint. Okay, so there's a couple of games I want to play because they're like my favorites that I would like to show, and I think it might be fun, but I don't know how much of experience you guys want me to do, like going in like blind. So let's see. So like one of the games I said was Warcraft 3, and then like Fallout. This is so I don't forget and I can put it on the wheel. 1 through 3. I want to do one of those. Niho. Doom. Doom is true. Doom. Eternal. Speaking of Doom, did people like the one, the newest one where he like goes back in time? Did people like that? Yeah, I would love to play the MS Paint version of Doom, yes. Hades? I have thought about Hades. I know, do I own it? I know that one has won so many awards and stuff, and I do not own Hades. And I need to get around to playing at some point. It's definitely something, that isometric beat-em-up style, I guess I should think about, doesn't always attract me. But if it plays, I don't know how it plays. I've actually never even seen gameplay of Hades. I've just completely managed to actually avoid everything. But I'm basing off screenshots that I see on like Steam and stuff. If it ends up playing more like a Diablo kind of game, I probably enjoy it. But if it's like a beat 'em up kind of game, I probably won't. Now that we're getting into Moro, we get to have him in video games now. Oh, that's true. Thought out of everyone I've seen, you'd be frozen right now. How did you survive? See, what happens was, the gods above decided that I should be, put to the test, in more ways than one. And, they like to watch me struggle, so they were like, you know what? Let's preserve her a little bit in there and use her as like a little guinea pig, and that's how I'm still alive. By the magic of the gods. I only hear the noob Doom on as Reddit Doom by people who hate it and just wait, what does that even mean? Meh? Alright, here's the real thing. Did they actually pay Mick Gordon this time? That's the real thing. Some people I watch and know that it's not bad, but also not fantastic as Eternal. It's just like, more Doom. Can't really complain, but at the same time, it could be better. Also, it's fine. It's just 10% as brutal as 2016 or Eternal, so I don't like. It's not as brutal. Okay. Like, come on, man. If you're gonna give me Doom and you're not gonna give me, like, the death and destruction, I would be pretty disappointed. Hades you went in blind with? I mean, there's a reason why it's won so many awards and people just keep talking about it, right? So I'm sure there's something about that I would definitely probably enjoy. I know they replaced him in Eternal. That was like the whole controversy. I remember it because I was so mad because Mick Gordon, I love his stuff so much. So much. I personally, like, the Doom soundtrack is a work of art, and no matter what, you can't take that away. Like, he put in so much, and the factor that you can put it into like spectrograms and stuff, and like there's art within that itself, like, it's beautiful. But I do love his Killer Instinct soundtrack still more. But he is a fantastic musician, and he deserves so much. Hasn't made music for Doom since the release of Eternal. The Eternal DLC has a different composer. Okay, that's what I thought. But I do remember the controversy with Mick, where he, like, mostly started making it, and then they didn't pay him, and then they shoot him away, and then they just completely, like, took his music and, like, gutted it and turned it into something awful. Yeah, that was the one thing I was sad, and why I didn't really want to touch Eternal was because they did that to him. And Eternal apparently doesn't have very good music. Oh, Nami, if there's one thing, I will never take away from Supergiant games is their music is absolutely gorgeous. Bastion is one of my favorite video game soundtracks, even though I've never beaten the game. I think that the soundtrack for Bastion is amazing. And I know people have like their own preference. I haven't listened to Hades or Hades 2 music or the game before that. I forget what it's called. Supergiant. What was it? Pyre. Oh no, yeah, Pyre. I haven't listened to Pyre music, but Transistor and Bastion is like is just fantastic music. I love them so much. What is his name? the composer. I can't even think of the composer right now. But I love his music so much. Master Shame 2 because Eternal is amazing. My internet! That's something I could finish playing. I've never finished playing Bastion, so I could put that on. Bastion. Since I got on the Switch, I got the soundtrack to download on my PC. Was cool. Damascus, yeah. Transistor, I loved. Pyre, I think, is a game that people just forget about, which is kind of sad. I mean, I forget about it. Hi, Barada. But yeah, I love the music from Supergiant. Darren Corb. Yeah, Corb. There he is. I gotta remember him because he shares the name of Corb Cobb Crunch. You know what? That is one of the biggest things of why I'm kind of interested in doing like a Fallout game, or even swinging into maybe an open world game. Or something specifically, at least with character customization, because I kind of want to return to Corb, because I don't know why, but Corb gives so much vibes. Corb Cobb Crunch, I miss her so much. And I kind of want to do part 2 of Corb Cobb Crunch. But technically, if I do like Fallout 3, that would be like, what is that timeline? Is it before Vegas? I don't know. I want to bring her back at some point. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. So Vampire. Like, I could put her in Vampire Masquerade. Not the new one, because people said it's bad, but the old one. Which Fallout? It would be any of them. 1, 2, or 3. If I'm gonna do one of the old games, I would probably do start with 1, because 1 is you can make it short if you want, and it goes right into 2. But if I want to do classic Fallout stuff, I would do Bethesda Fallout. I would do 3. Because my very first Fallout was New Vegas, and I love New Vegas a lot. Besides how often it crashed. That is my only concern, is how often it crashed. So I don't know how much an older game would crash with Fallout 3. I do at some point want to play Dragon Age with you guys. I just put Dragon because I can't think. Dragon Age Origins. Because that's my favorite game. I haven't played that yet. Or Okami, because that's one of my other favorite games, and I haven't played that with you guys yet. But actually, with Okami, I was thinking about, if I have to start working way more, I was thinking about doing that as a offline series. I don't know, as like an experiment to see how that would go, so I can, like, every 30 minutes that I have, like, free once I start working a lot more, I could just upload that. That's what I was thinking about. My favorite gun and ball game? What? It's 20 years before and on the East Coast? So if we do Fallout 3, we would be what? Teenager Corb? Official Okami 2? I have no idea. Do you think I'm hip with the kids? Playing a different Corb Cobb Crunch. That's crazy. Joked about the Kingdom Hearts training arc, but Devil May Cry 3 or Bayonetta would be a good character, actually. That's true. Like, DMC 2 or 3. I was told 2 is bad, I think it was, and that I should skip it and go to 3. But if I do still want to open Devil May Cry 2 and try it, and like maybe on like a bad game day or something. I also have my OG Xbox running, so I do still have that as an option that we could start doing. I play it PlayStation 2 I have, and all that. So if you have like older classic games too, I could possibly do as well. Oh yeah, Yakuza. I can return to Yakuza. If you guys really want Yakuza back, I could definitely jump back into Yakuza. It has been, what, a year or something? Any hopes for Requiem? Is that what it's called? Requiem? I don't even know if I know that game. Or do you mean like for Resident Evil Requiem? Resident Evil Requiem is a guarantee at some point because it's Resident Evil. I just don't know if I can do it right away, purely because it's a little expensive. Is my favorite Japanese soap opera. What do you mean a year? I think it's been longer than that, hasn't it? How long has it been? I can definitely jump back into Yakuza. But if I jump back into a Yakuza, it would just be me trying to play blackjack again or whatever. Oh, I see the tweet now, Nami. Yes, that is, yes. Give Ami a gun. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's like 11. I know Nami also wants God of War at some point. Technically, you could play DMC 3, then skip, then 1, skip 2, then 4, 5. Well, I've actually played through 1. I did beat 1. One of the worst last boss fights I've ever played in a video game, but the rest of the game was cool. that last boss fight left some scars. That boss fight sucks. But I did play 1. I was replied to someone saying they never forgive Jeff for hyping up an Okami. Oh, dude, the people who I want to fight whoever got mad about Okami being the last announcement for the Game Awards or whatever. I was sitting there, I was crying, I was like, my dog is back! As Pirate Majima, I could. Masi got me that, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Masi. Got me the Pirate Yakuza, so I could do that one. But I definitely want to finish 0 at some point. So invested in Kiryu. I want to see your reaction. That's true. I love Kiryu. I love Kiryu so much. The only thing, see, the reason why I got turned off from the game a bit was just because of the like housing stuff, like the money management housing stuff. I was told I could just look at a guide and I don't have to worry about it, but still, it was like it was a bit much to throw in there. She was like, then Chainsaw Man saying he's just like me for real for the TV, to the TV. I still need to try to give Chainsaw Man another shot. But I haven't bothered with like anything at all lately. I think the last TV show I finished was Arcane. And that's like a year ago now, right? You abandoned Kiryu? I didn't abandon him. He's still in my heart. I mean, I'd be down. I could tomorrow boot back up. Boot it back up. How about that? Well, we'll start with trying to beat. I'm down. You know what? I'm down. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to remember how to play the game. And I will preemptively say I'll accept backseating on the housing stuff for the people who play the game. I'll accept backseating on that because I don't want to have to deal with that. But all right, tomorrow, you know what? Tomorrow we're gonna continue Yakuza 0. How about that? You can also just ignore that in a cabaret side of the game because they're just for extra set of moves, nothing that actually matters. I mean, fair. I was told that it does, like, a little bit's required, though. Is that true? Thought you'd never watch it. As much as I try to stay away from League of Legends because I don't want to become dirt, I will respect animation and art even if it takes from an IP I don't necessarily connect with, because I am willing to say Arcane is a visual masterpiece. Season 1 is a storytelling masterpiece. Season 2 is okay. But the whole show is a visual masterpiece, and I do recommend to watch it if you at least have a appreciation for animation and artistry or even music. It does all of that very, very well. Okay, it's too nice. Season 2 happened. We could say that. Now I know what game to recommend you play. If it's League of Legends, I would rather shoot my foot. Barada, I've played some 2xKO. The problem I have right now is my internet's really bad. And I probably won't be able to upgrade my internet until I start having my new job and start having some more stable internet. And I'll upgrade to that whenever the family stabilize. Because right now I pay $35 a month for my internet, and it's okay. But whenever I get a better job and Mama can start working again, and that's like a bill we can attach on, then we'll probably try to aim for better internet. But the last time I played 2xKO, I was so laggy, I felt bad. I felt really bad. League of Legends, Professor, no! Don't! The only time I'll ever touch League of Legends if it's like somebody gives me like a donation or something, and like my birthday's tomorrow, can you play a game of League? I'll be like, okay. Or it's like April Fools or something. Like, you have to really motivate me, because I've told my story about my interactions with the community in that game, and it was really poopy. And I do enjoy MOBAs. I already enjoy RTSs, so going into like a MOBA was never a bad thing. Nothing I couldn't do. But it's just, I don't know, I just don't like people. No, Leon, no! No, Leon, don't do that to me. Starts with L. League of Legends judge predict death. Yeah, just turn me into dirt. Absolutely. If that's how you want to manipulate me, I would probably fall for a nightmare. So you are completely use your power for that. The best thing season 2 did me. What do you mean? You didn't enjoy Jace from Arcane? You're killing. I don't know. Should I say spoiler? It's just fun. The thing that's fun is like they push Arcane so much. It's just like the characters of like Jinx, Vi, Jace, and Victor are all like just from Arcane as like a derogatory title. It's really fun. I don't know. I just enjoy that. That's a joke. How much? I mean, if you, I will download it and boot it up right now if anybody's able to actually make it so we can pay rent that next month. So I mean, I'm totally down, but don't actually force yourself, because like I said, my family are in a position where we will always figure out where we are, but if we need help, we have no problem reaching out for help. So I told Mama I would be willing to reach out to the community for help if possible. So don't feel bad, don't feel obligated, no nothing, but it's there. Assuming I actually stream near my birthday this year. I'm going to try. I'm still aiming to do 3 times a week as best as I can, even with my new job coming up. Right now I just had 2 back-to-backs of busy and out of town stuff, but I should be stable, and in 2 weeks I start my new job, so hopefully by then I can just be like having my schedule and having things good to go. The only thing that's gonna change is I'll probably be stuck, our time is gonna change probably. I'm probably gonna have to, I'm not gonna be probably doing overnights anymore, so I'll be probably back to like a old school time of like 6-7 p.m. is what it's probably gonna look like. But yeah, I'm gonna still try to be regular. Your Honor, League of Legends, death. I mean, that's another thing. Ace Attorney is also a possibility. My only desire to return to League is if they do more PvE game modes. I went back a month ago for the Doombots run. They also did like didn't they do a Halloween game mode? I heard that was pretty fun. I have a normie. It's the best. It's the only way I can describe it. That's the easiest way. Normie coworkers. You know, the people who play League of Legends or Valorant or 2K or the soccer games, you know, Call of Duty, the normies. That's the only way I can really describe them. And they've talked about it before. Doombots was the Halloween one. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna acknowledge that one. I'm too old for Gen Alpha slang. It's really fun how Marcus is top tier arcade character because he died in season 1, but in fairness, he was one of my favorite characters of season 1. Who is Marcus? I don't remember. The shooting ball, yeah, the shooting ball. Yeah, like the joke with the Ami in the picture that Nami shared in Discord. The shooting ball games. Those guys. They talked about it. The thing is like, I know if I start playing League of Legends, I would probably be okay at the game because I've played so many hours of HOTS. I have invested in a MOBA before. I played a lot of HOTS. Oh, he was the shady cop. Ah. He died. I did like he was a morally interesting character. It does kind of suck that he did die. But I did expect him to die. Got into a conversation about video games at work, and the craziest game they played was Arc Raiders. A new guy butted in and said, "You guys talking about wars?" See? They're everywhere, man. They're like, I have 3 games on my PS5. None of them are PS5 exclusives, because it's PS5. Nothing is exclusive anymore. But, yeah, it's always like, one of them's Warzone. Because I can't fit any other games on there. Alright, I'm going to circle in red Yakuza so that I don't forget that I need to play that tomorrow. I can even just schedule it. It's an old thumbnail, but I guess I could still use it. Has my old hair. Yakuza 0. Okay, I circled it a lot. And then I hopefully won't forget. He was a jerk who went away way further than he meant to and ended up stuck under the thumb of a villain and wasn't even allowed to finish his last words. Yes! He absolutely got way over his head. And it was really interesting. That's the thing that, like, why Arcane Season 1 was so cool, was it really did a lot of playing around with, like, people being human is the best way I could describe it. Like, everybody felt very human. Like, they didn't feel, like, cheesy or anything. Like, there was cheesiness to it. But there was an extent that you can understand how a human being would make these decisions and go these ways and these directions in life. And... like, I really like that about that show. Like I said, Season 1 of Arcane was a awesome show as a whole. Well written, well acted, well animated, choreography, music, all of it was really, really good. Never did watch Season 2. Season 2 of Arcane, if you're talking about, is okay. The only League of Legends, one of the, like, 3 League of Legends characters I ever played got completely annihilated and was sad because he was one of my favorite characters in Season 1, and then in Season 2, they were like, let's turn him into another League of Legends, let's turn him into a real League of Legends character, but make him look like absolute garbage, yeah! But there was Singed. I did like what they did with Singed, though. I did like that. My internet died. Hello? My internet straight up completely crashed. It was gone and then it came back. Like, it went 0 back. So, I hope I'm actually talking. That was, oh no. I'm watching the bars go away. I don't know how this happens. Again, my internet's just poop. Singe did kind of get his happy ending. Leon, you can like Season 2. There were plenty of parts in Season 2 I did like. Oh, completely. Probably my favorite part was the flashback, or alternate universe that they had, that Echo went through. I really liked that part, like, a lot. And there was a lot that was still very, very admirable and good in the Season 2. It's just, it feels like they got lost in the sauce. That's the best way I could describe it. Season 2, they got lost in the sauce. Like I think they did some relationship stuff really poorly, like, between, like, certain characters, and some, Vi and Caitlyn were kind of, like, I feel like they should have fleshed out Jinx and the tiny child more, even though I think they did a decent job, and they did kind of a time skip to, like, show, like, they were, like, new friends. It was kind of like a sisterly thing and whatever. I feel like they should have done just a teeny tiny bit more. Just in my opinion, but there's plenty of things like that. I wish the big reveal at the end of season 2 was what people thought it was gonna be from season 1, but it wasn't. There's a lot of peeves. I'm a much bigger hater of it overall, personally, which is fine. It was dead over the arena. Fair enough. But nonetheless, yeah, Singe did get his happy ending. Again, I do like what they did with Singe. I think they could have done it a teeny tiny bit better. Of course, season 2, I think a lot of things they could have done better. Just to flesh things out. But I do like, story-wise, what they did for him. But for Yakuza, I don't know what's happening with the leaks. I am not internet savvy, dude. Especially when it's something I'm not, like, fully integrated in. So I do not know what happened with the Yakuza leaks. What else? Oh, you know what? We can't forget that I do still have the option for older games. And speaking of, I know if people have seen that somebody like fully ported over the Banjo-Kazooie games to fully work on PC. So, I mean, that's an option. But along with that, like older games like that are fully an option for me to play. So always keep that in your mind too of things I could do. And I think the only, like, PvP game I have interest in playing at some point is maybe Deadlock. If people know about the Valve game. Oh, Nami, trust me. I have, I like lore a lot. Especially because, like, if we were to play, say, Warcraft 3, I could go and I could blabber. If there's something I'm really invested in, I could talk a lot about it. Like, Warcraft, I could talk a lot about the Dragon Age world, except for the new one, because the new one doesn't exist. But, like, Halo, I even started to invest in. After we started playing it with Reach, I read, like, 2 or 3 of the books. And, like, I like lore. I like in-depth story and world building and stuff. So I did start investing a little bit in the League lore, and the changes and stuff and implications that the show has given, I see why people have grievances, because, like, with me knowing characters secondhand and only from, like, the, like, I want to say, like, 8 hours I've played of League, a lot of the characters I've seen, like, don't exist or were deleted or don't know where they are because of Arcane. Like with 2XKO, like, I learned more about Blitzcrank because Blitzcrank is, like, he's in the fighting game. I see him, I play him. He's really cute and funny, you know, beep beep boop boop guy. Apparently he's, like, deleted. apparently Arcane made it so, like, he just doesn't exist anymore because the guy who makes him didn't ever make him. You don't want to talk about what's going on? Okay, if it hurts you that much, Nightmare, I won't make you, but I am interested for my sake as a person who's not, like, in depth with a lot of these series, what your grievances may be, because I do know that didn't, like, the people leave, and aren't they making a new, like, the original, like, Yakuza people, aren't they making, like, a newer game with, like, an actor in it or something? That's, like, a Yakuza style game. I remember it was announced, I think, at the Game Awards back in December, right? Just like me with Fallout Disregard the TV show. Yeah, I mean, that's also something I need to get around to, is maybe watching the TV show. Because I want to see what they did in Season 2 to Vegas, right? I don't know about Season 1 or whatever. I just know that Season 2, I was told that it takes place in New Vegas, and that's the game I played. And the game that Corp Cobb is from. And if they ruin my companions, like Grandma and stuff, I'm gonna be so mad. I want, what is her name again? Daisy? What was her name? Fallout New Vegas Grandma Lily was her name? Grandma Lily? Yeah, Grandma Lily. I love Lily. She was my favorite companion. I want to see her live and thrive, man. I loved her so much. Kiwami 3 has a massive retcon that impacts future stories? Oh no, like a domino effect, like they changed this one big retcon, so now everything's like, whoa, how does that even make sense kind of retcon? I've been on a D&D binge lately and wonder if you'd be interested in the Mighty Nine. I have not watched the show, and I have only seen all of first campaign of Critical Role. I have not gone through all of Mighty Nine. I think I got to like episode like 30. And then I stopped listening, just because I kind of got tired of it, and, I like Dimension 20 a bit better, because they do, they're more freeform, and, what is his name again? He left being the DM, which makes me so sad, because he's doing something else, but Dimension 20, what the heck is his name? Why can't I remember his name right now? Brandon Lee Mulligan. I think I just like him way better. Matt Mercer is awesome. I think he's one of the best actors out there. He has a beautiful heart. He's a good guy. But I think Critical Role was just too it was too tiring sometimes. I don't know. It felt like season 1 I liked a lot with the with their campaign, because it felt way more like friends coming together and stuff. But towards the end, it definitely got more like corporate-y, and then now it feels way more corporate-y. I don't know. Kind of turned me off. And then I started listening to Dimension 20. And Brendan Lee is way more freeform, very charismatic. He's very funny, and it has those like high funnies and dramatic tension, and I think it's very, very good. I do want to watch the TV show for Critical Role at some point, the animated show, because I do wonder how much it changed. The fall TV show is specifically crafted to be as destructive to the West Coast canon as possible. It's a shame. That's what I've heard. Like, I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't understand the thought process of wanting to make the show canon when it's so deliberately outside of the game, if that makes sense. Like, Arcane, it being within the free-form moldable thing, especially of animation, you can craft one for one, if they wanted to, situations from the game. Whereas in live action, they have to take a lot of liberties, especially because they're doing it with their own character, their own vault that they came from, right? And it's just, it can just be so messy. The last live action show I was One Piece, so I don't know any faults. But I heard the One Piece show was okay. The first campaign of the role is the only one I found that's worth it. I have been told the second one is really good. And after the second one, it becomes like too much, right? Too much like expectation corporate-y, this is jobby now. Whereas 2 still has some leniency in it. But I just got way more attracted to the soul that was in Dimension 20. I'll get around to it. The factor that they have them in podcast form makes it a lot easier, so maybe that's something I'll start listening to at work. But then I watched League of Legends... Legends of Avantris? After an animation comp, Legend of Avantris kind of real cool. What is that? Nat 19, where they did a Digimon campaign of some of their Curse of Strahd. I do not know that one. I will have to look it up. Actually, I might. There was a phase where I was listening to, like, every podcast that was doing D&D campaigns. That probably burnt me out a lot. I just got really stuffy. The original Yakuza devs are making a new game with Don Lee as a... Yeah, that one. It looks neat. I don't know. It looks kind of fun. LOA, I did feel like friends hanging out. Their Witchlight campaign barely made progress at times because of antics. I like that kind of stuff. That's how my D&D sessions go. We'll have whole sessions where it's just the side quests that we invented. and wasn't on like the to-do list, which is how D&D should go. The thing that flies over a bunch of people's head is that Fallout is post-apocalyptic Syria. War never changes because it's human nature, not that nothing ever gets better. Yes. The second one I dropped after like the first like 30 episodes of pure shopping and mini. Yeah, see, you stopped right about where I did, Berserker. I think I stopped listening to the second campaign when they were like, I remember they got like to the beach. There's like a beach place. And it was like with, I think her name was like Jester's mom or something. And then I got to like an episode or two after and I was like, kind of bored. It was such a slow. It's just so slow. I mean, all D&D campaigns when they start are always going to be really, really slow. And we have the advantage of the first campaign, we started in the middle of it. Like, they were already a couple levels in because that's when they started, like, recording it. Because they used to do it. It used to be on Pathfinder. It used to not be D&D. It used to be through Pathfinder rules when they started. And it was like they were doing a completely different thing. So we started kind of in the middle of it. And we kind of got juicy stuff at, like, right away. Whereas we have, like, the slow lump to get over for a D&D campaign starting, and it was just a little much. It was a little too slow. The leaks are true. Yakuza 4 needs a new start for one of the main characters. Needs a new start? Like the intro completely is dead? Excuse me. I think Net 19 has people who did the Sword Art Online abridged. Oh! I've never seen either of those. But I will definitely investigate. I've been kind of interested in finding new things to listen to while I'm at work, so I wouldn't mind trying. They met an Oni and flubbed the combat. Matt should have Cone of Cold the group and killed like 2 or 3 characters. Oh, 100%. But they have to keep the show going! Yeah, it makes no sense. Now, I hate that kind of stuff. I hate it. Mainly because it just means that whoever is writing or creating the game has no respect for the past material. It doesn't matter if they're trying to, like, change, like, a course to write something they want. It's because they have no respect for the past material. And that is what's tiring. The only reason why I can understand with Arcane's standpoint of them, like, deleting things, rewriting things, changing character interactions and stuff is because they basically are rewriting their entire back lore but using what they had before as like guidelines. Because if you guys don't know this, they're working on an MMO and are trying to make a solidified old like Bible of lore now, and they're trying to extend their content and their IP so that people are invested in the world, and then they have something to solidify it because they are working on an MMO. That is literally what they are doing. They are trying to make basically an actual timeline with whatever they want, with retcons and all, because they're trying to make a solidified lore timeline because they are especially investing in the MMO. And they are investing in the MMO because they just brought on, they just hired a old Blizzard dev. I don't remember who it was. But they are still working on the MMO. They're making a lot of retcons. They introduced something into Gaiden. It was neat then, but they're shoving it down everyone's throat and it's ruining the timeline. So what you're saying is it went from like a neat little, like... Also, I said I understand the reason why. I didn't say I agree with the reason why. So you're saying like that little retcon, they did like a little hee like a wink kind of thing in a game, and like, and you said Gaiden, and now they're trying to make it like this is how things are now kind of thing. They want to do that and let Arcane Season 2 happen. Yes. Like I said, I have been passively attacked by League of Legends stuff since I got invested in Arcane because, you know, I tend to watch YouTube videos while I'm at work, so I got hit with every other YouTube video or whatever. And because of that, I invested a little bit into the lore of League, even though I don't play the game. Again, if the community was better in League of Legends, I probably would play it. There's a reason why I also don't want to play like games like Rainbow Six, because despite the fact that I've played it before and I enjoyed what the game was, I remember there was like a like statistics thing that came out like a year or two, like I think it was like 2 years ago, that was like Rainbow Six beat League of Legends and toxicity average in like matches. I was like, whoa. Because I only played that. I played a handful of games with, like, Brother Elska and stuff. Because Brother Elska likes those old games. Like, he played, like, the old Rainbow on Xbox or whatever. So he liked those games. So I played some with him, and I had fun. But I could not play alone because there was always something wrong. All leak content has basic psychic AoE. Kinda. It does. It sucked. Don't. It's not worth it, Barada. Yeah, there's so many games out there where I think, like, oh, maybe I will like it, you know? But then I think about, like, how poorly received it is. I think the only game genuinely gameplay-wise that I know I don't like and probably won't like, because also the community, is something like Overwatch. But then I go in there and I'm like, I see, like, League of Legends, I go, whoa, I would like to play this game. But then I have, like a SpongeBob freeze frame flashback of the one time I tried to play it and I just had both teams, my own team, enemy team. My account was level like 8. I was on a normal game and both teams were just saying bad things I cannot repeat. And I went, all right, if this is my average experience, I'm just gonna put it away for now. Basically, they added it into Gaiden, and if the leaks are real, that thing they added is a big thing that ruins the end of OG3 and the beginning of Yakuza 4, which was pretty impactful. That's, but what? They ruined, like, 2 whole games. Wait, what? Okay, so if they do the ending of 3, wait. How? So does that mean, like, the games forward from 3 and 4 just are completely nonsensical now? Like, they just don't make sense? I'm saying as someone who played Siege 2 days ago. Like, that's, like, the worst thing. See, Barada, like, I like heavy competitive games. I am a very competitive person. And if I can find that one game that really hooks me to be competitive, I try really hard, and I love trying to be good at something. It's just like my instinct to be very, very competitive and understand nitty-gritty stuff, right? And even if I don't make it, I like to be able to understand, like, the depths. It's, I don't know, autism, I don't know. But I like to go into things so much, and even if I can't reach it as my ability, I still want to get, like, I want to understand. And it's what I did with Apex. Like, it was like 2 years straight of just being like, I understand how the ring works. I understand how the movement works. I try to understand, like, all these things within even the engine, how they work. And I know I will be the same as soon as I find another competitive game to play. But it's that one wall where it's like, I want to invest in it, and then, like, something just completely turns it off, right? Because I started with League of Legends, like, okay, this is how I wanted to play jungle, right? And I was, like, investigating, like, how the timers work and how to, like, rotate, how to understand, like, some of the characters, and I was really invested, and then, like, I was immediately just shut off by, like, 2 games in one day. I was like, okay, this is one really bad game, and then it was the one really bad game, and then I was like, okay, just, like, it's gone. Just snapped gone. It's very weird. Don't play this game. I know! That is so often what people say. Like, it's interesting seeing reviews for very, very long-living games. Like a Warframe, right? You could turn on Warframe and you'll go in and be like, I've played this game since 2016 or whatever that game came out. I don't know. I've been playing for this long. I invested this much money. I met my wife through it. I have 3 loving children. I have gone through so many waves of life. And it's like 100, it's like 10K hours of playing. Don't play it. It's a waste of your time. They destroyed it. Everything you love is a lie. Like, those reviews are always so funny to me. Hi, Night Shifter. Not bad. We're talking about how either the companies that own video games destroy their own video game, or the communities within video games destroy their own video game. You know, it's kind of like, it's an interesting dynamic out there, in my opinion. But say, don't want to have crappy people stop me from enjoying, you know? That's basic. Oh, I just ran to my microphone. That's basically what it is, Leon. Like, I feel like the only thing that I could probably get back into a game like that is if I have a extraordinary experience within, with like friends, right? Or even viewers. Like, if it's something that's one and enough and I know I have a space where that space won't be intruded, with just bad, I would probably be able to get myself into playing those games. But as soon as I know that I get invested, I want to get good, that means I have to put in the, like, knowing myself, I'm a competitive person. I would want to go above and beyond. So I know that I would hit that wall of needing to eventually start playing a game on my own, and that's the one thing of, like, I would be denying my own want, because as soon as I get it, I know there's gonna be that bad experience that'll probably ruin it for me again. They giving out wives in Warframe. All I got was farming sickness. You do have to earn your wife still, Berserker, sadly. Say, Rainbow Six is a very unique game. Haven't played others like it. Been playing since 2018. Mossy, that's the thing. Like, Apex, in my opinion, is still like the one outside of Titanfall 2. Is the one game that I felt like is like the most unique. Titanfall 2 is still a better game, but everybody plays Apex. But Apex, at the very least, is the middle ground that I could play where it's unique enough. And I don't have another game to fill in that gap. And because they hurt by the game I love so much, it's very demoralizing. Like, I understand they've made some progress. But when I played the game the other day, like a couple months ago when we played it, just the UI and how it feels like a mobile game cash grab, knowing that nothing's like truly gone above and beyond to like push the game to improve, and it's just slop. It hurts my soul, you know? Can't say I've been playing multiplayer games that much recently, either drawing or The Walking Dead right now. Completely fair. I don't think, like, my last couple of multiplayer games have been fighting games, but I felt too bad with how bad my internet can be that I haven't played them. And I really want to play 2XKO. The release happened for 2XKO, and I really want to invest in it because I want to see where it got itself to now. Because, like, the alpha and the beta, especially, like, the beta drop 2 was bad. Like, that game, straight up, I thought if it released anywhere near as it was, that game was dead. Like, dead on arrival. But then, like, beta 3 came out, and it was really fun and really good. And I really have a lot of hope for it because it's surpassing my expectations. But my internet's so bad. You're right. Exactly 1,700 hours, Berserker. You've barely touched the surface. You need at least 4,000 more hours, and maybe you get to talk to a woman. Maybe. Yeah, Eki, that is why, like, if you can get the friend group to put yourself in a position to thoroughly just play through these games, like, then you probably are having a way more enjoyable world in general. Like, there's probably nothing stopping you from being able to play any of these games at all. And I'm a bit jealous. I'm also a competitive person, but League was my only competitive game. I just don't care to online gaming, really. I'm not the same. I like the online competitive. I like the PvP aspect, but that's like, that stems just for me as a person, especially with like how much I've invested into fighting games, despite not even really playing them much these days. Even now, I will still look at like patch notes for games I don't play, because I don't really have time to play fighting games anymore. Because I have chosen to expand my library and my experiences in video games in general with the time I have, which is with you guys. Because, like, I just don't have the time. But I still like to know what's happening. I got raided? Oh, my Twitch chat isn't working. No wonder I'm not seeing anything. Hold on, maybe it happened when my chat crashed. Hold on. Let me Let me restart my Twitch chat. Does it work? Oh, people have been talking. I'm so sorry. There it goes. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a neglected shot. I'm sorry, my chat stopped working. No, there it goes. It didn't show for me on mobile. There we go. Does it show it? Okay, it does. It's only working now. Hold on. It doesn't. I have to go through like the backlog. I have to go on Twitch.com. Hold on. Because I just saw Mossy's newest post. Okay. Raiders. Wary XP. Thank you for the raid. I'm sorry. My internet's bad and it crashes my chat sometimes. Okay, let's see. Who's on? Kayla, I'm sorry. Word, I'm sorry. Redacted, you were talking over Terra too. I'm sorry. Little experience. Oh man, I missed so much because my chat just broke. I'm sorry, Twitch chat. Okay, but I see you guys now. I think. Delicious. Twitch getting apology stream. I'll be honest, Twitch still has plenty of problems. Both platforms have plenty of problems. Again, if YouTube just takes everything that Twitch does and sticks it in and makes it work, it would be the superior platform. But that's the only thing they gotta do, but they just don't do it. You cause false hope? I cause false hope in what? Don't cast false hope? It's like alternate timeline level of retcon. Yeah, Nightmare, I don't really get what they're trying to do there, because that just makes no sense, and they're just like, yeah, alternate timeline kind of like making their own fanfiction at this point. Like I said, that kind of retcon is just no respect for the previous work. Doggy go bark. Wait. I was looking at when Warren said Brendan Lee Mulligan, is he the new DM for Critical Role? Is Matthew Mercer not the DM anymore? Is that true? Is that what he's doing? That'd be crazy. Then I'd have to invest in Critical Role because I love Brendan Lee. Oh, my nose just randomly got so stuffy. He's in campaign 4? Whoa. Okay, that... That's what he's doing. Well, I might have to catch up. I got a listage of my 400 hours Critical Role to catch up to the 4th one. They also brought in better actors to play. That's actually kind of funny. The better actors. You're talking about the respected voice actors weren't acting very well at it. That's actually kind of funny. I mean, no hate towards some of them, but I will agree. I would say 1, sometimes 2, were not the greatest when it came to the role-playing aspect within it, despite their voice acting work. Exactly, it's why it's a Nightmare. I completely agree. I can only like stand with it because it makes me think of Dragon Age, basically, how they just completely destroyed it, and because they wanted to make something so universal that it's like garbage now. Like, the game is just like, the universe is dead. They killed my game. I'm still so mad. Don't have to deal with the old cast as much. I liked most of the cast, especially because like Laura Bailey, I respect a lot because she was one of like the names I knew first from like voice acting work, because she's in. Again, as much as I try not to bring it up as much, but she's like a prominent voice in World of Warcraft, and I know her specifically mainly from that. So I know her voice, and I've connected with it for so long that she's like a voice that I just like good. Like I I know her roles, I know what she can do, I know her strength, her weaknesses, whatever within the voice work. And because I don't watch it, I listen to it in podcast form. There are definitely ups and downs with some of the people. Liam, I think, is pretty good, though I think because Liam is Liam, he only has, like, 2 voices he can do. But people like him for the Liam voice, right? Which is why there's only, like, actors who do one voice. Like, Steve Blum, everybody loves, but he's just Wolverine, you know? He's the guy. He's Spike and all that, you know? He's, like, the one voice. You hire him for the voice. The one voice. I can't believe they saw Metroid put yellow paint in it. Dude! Okay. I have never played a Metroid, but even people's upset, like, people are so upset about the new Metroid on the Switch 2 that I could not escape it. I don't watch any, like, Nintendo, anything, YouTube videos, no nothing, but as soon as that game came out, I got so many videos talking about how bad that game was. I guess maybe I'm notorious for enjoying, like, the downfall of video game companies or something, I don't know, but there was so many talking about how bad that game is. And I think it's insane. Like, I think my biggest takeaway that I knew that the game was garbage, like, one of the first thing I heard before the game came out was that they had an amiibo that's, like, $60 or something, right? And it's to unlock the music in the overworld. There's no music in that game unless you pay an extra, like, $60 for an amiibo. It wasn't even a good Legend of Zelda game. I was just like, as soon as I heard that, like, was like one of the first criticisms to, like, be served to me. I didn't even try. It was just in, like, gaming news, and I was like, oh no, that is awful. What game? Metroid Prime 3 or whatever it is, the new one, which most people are mad because it's barely even a Prime game or something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, oh no. Yeah, I feel really bad for them. Prime 4. 4 is what it is, not 3. I've never played a Metroid game, so I don't know what it is. Amiibo, yeah, amiibo for the empty overworld. Yeah, thank you, Warren. Prime 4 Beyond. The empty overworld that has nothing in it, has no music unless you pay for the amiibo. Or you beat the game entirely with no replay value and unlock it. $60 to do it while you play it, or play your terrible game again. I was going to buy it because I was decently excited, but after hearing the reviews, I'm away for sale. Yeah, like, I end up buying some pretty bad games just for the factor that I like the IP too a lot. But I've been doing pretty well about rejecting some. Like, I did full-heartedly manage to get myself to reject playing the new Dragon Age game. And I'm glad I did, because I feel like if I even opened that game, I feel like my entire viewpoint of Dragon Age as a whole would be dead. And I respect for you to still try to reach out and see if you can find something that you like out of it, but man. That's the thing too, Warren, is I heard Metroid Dread was, like, up there with the, like, Metroid, one of the, like, best Metroids out there. Like, people said it was that good. Like, it doesn't beat the old classic, like, Super Metroid or whatever, I think it is. But most people are saying, like, Dread was amazing. Can't wait to buy the amiibo that lets me walk in the future. I know, right? I can't wait for when I have to buy the amiibo so I can have a starter Pokemon. Yeah! It was the green crystals you have to break, and if you don't, you have to massive end green grind. I also have heard of that. But I thought you had to beat the game to get the music. You're not missing out on Metroid Prime 4. The only Metroid game that matters are the old ones and Dread. That's what I've heard, Crumpets. Like, what I watched was, like, there is no reason for this to be labeled Prime, like, at all. And they only did it because Prime has, like, marketing value. Newest Dragon Age had the best character creator, but that's, about all I could take away from it. That's basically it, Caitlin. That's all I've heard from it. I heard character creator was pretty good. I mean, I liked the Frostbite engine. I liked Inquisition. I know that Inquisition was a bit polarizing. I mean, there's just a lot of people who don't even like 2. I understand why. But the characters really carried 2. Man, why am I so stuffy? I need to blow my nose. But I still like Inquisition. And I liked how it looked. And I liked how it played. The story was pretty garbage, but it was fun. And they still kept some of the the grimy world building and stuff. And it still felt like Dragon Age. But anytime I see anything of Vanguard, it's just so demoralizing. Like, everything I knew about that game is gone. Like, in terms of, like, vibes and, how the world is perceived, I guess. And I still have not watched the TV show that they did. They did the Treventer TV show, and I still haven't gotten around to doing it. It's mainly because I just don't care about Treventers. I don't know. That was the one that I hated that when they announced that it was going to be set in Treventer and it was going to be about mages, I was like, ugh! Anyway. It's better that way. I have family doesn't understand why I won't watch the TV shows, and that's basically the reason. See? Exactly. You want to know what the TV show is, who it's made for? It's made for the people who eat Fallout Bethesda garbage, or even Bethesda garbage in general. Or people who don't know, but like the idea of Fallout. And I say that because Mama Elska has watched the show, and she likes the show. She finds it very enjoyable. But she's never played the game. So I feel like it's like a digestible way for people to, like, watch the show. For people who don't know anything about the show. Or the game. Can I get past episode 3? Like, I'm pretty sure if it was anybody who, like, is, like, a lore fanatic, especially if they played, like, 1 and 2, they wouldn't be able to process, like, the show at all. Plus, the game was a sequel to the last game in the timeline, which released in 2003. Yeah, but I heard that it's, like, isn't, like, a soft reboot something? I don't know. I've heard not really, like... The game itself doesn't really know what it is, from what I can understand of, like, the reviews and stuff of the game. Well, yeah. Is that the guy that plays the ghoul guy? I heard he's a good actor. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything. A random man walk. Yeah, exactly, Night Shifter. I would just be a random man. I don't know, like, the Switch 2 is overpriced garbage because everything is overpriced garbage. And I haven't, like... If I want to play Legends ZA, it will be way in the future. Oh, speaking of like, good franchises that I want to play. I do want to play a Fire Emblem game at some point. Or a tactical game in general. Or like a XCOM or something. XCOM. I like those games. Fire Emblem's Peak. I have not. What was it? I never finished. We did start playing Awakening, but I never finished it. And I did play a 3 Houses playthrough by myself. But I only did one 3 Houses playthrough. There's like 4 routes. I only played 1. He's an incredible actor and is carrying that show. I used to have a near encyclopedia knowledge of Fallout lore, so it hits pretty hard. Berserker, that's me with World of Warcraft! I know so much about that game. I hate it. I know so much. You have no idea. I finally got around to watching the movie like 2 years ago or something for World of Warcraft. And I gotta tell you, it was physically painful. It was bad. Visually, the show was pretty fun. I liked it that way. The movie was pretty fun. But the lore-wise, it was a catastrophe. And I could just sit there and point out so many things wrong. Just like the weird pairing they did of some of the characters, like completely retcon multiple characters because they have babies and they become important characters in the future. And it's like, these characters are still and I'm like, what? I don't know. I hated it so much. I enjoyed the first season, but the second season has been pissing me off so much. Is it because of, like, it's, like, directly impacting New Vegas, right? How impactful was one to, like, the lore of the West Coast? And then how impactful is this one to New Vegas? That's the real thing. Yeah, it was Awakening that I started. I would actually thinking about playing, because I have my Wii, right? I was thinking about playing either the Wii or the GameCube one, because those are kind of gimmicky and kind of funny and cheesy way, right? Or I would like to play, like a Three Houses would be fun, because that one's modern and it has, like, cool actual tactical thinking and stuff that's, like, way past, like, cheesing and stuff. Like, there's still cheese. There's always cheesing in these games, but you have to think a bit more. And I don't want to play whatever the one with toothpaste hair, because I heard the gameplay is really good, but everything else is supposed to be really bad. And, like, the characters are supposed to make you want to, like, stab your ears out. Like, annoying. Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding me. The 2.5D games. So it was, Tactics was one that I actually kind of thought about, but also, okay, so, Final Fantasy Tactics. Crap, what was the other one? It was like, what was the other 2.5D, the 2.5D game? It's still by Square, I think. Square Enix. Let me go to their website. Let me go to their store. All. The Octopath Traveler? I think Octopath Traveler was one I was looking at. I heard good things about that game. I don't know about the newer ones or whatever, but Octopath Traveler. I'm writing this with my mouse in paint, so it's taking me a second. Engage, that's the one. I heard bad things about that game. Yeah, Path of Radiance, or Dawn or whatever, I don't know. There's the GameCube one and then the Wii one. Yeah, I was thinking about one of those two. For like a story game. Toothpaste Fire Emblem is still better than Three Houses. Don't know if that's still a hot take. Do you mean like gameplay wise, or like all over, like rounded, or what? I have heard Engage has better gameplay, and that's it. I have not heard it has better, like, anything else. As a person who's not a Fire Emblem aficionado, I do like to listen to reviews and stuff before I jump into some of these, especially if they're newer games. But that's what that is what I have taken away from reviews when I was thinking about playing it by myself. Before I started playing Three Houses. Radiant Dawn is the sequel to Path of Radiance. Okay. Yeah, so I could do, like, yeah, I'd be down either way. So I would probably then play Path of Radiance, because that's the first one. And that was the GameCube one. My pretentious AF of the suits are like... That is my one thing I did hate about playing the game the first time I played, was the school simulator. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to play Persona, right? Is because I hate children. And I don't want to have to go to high school with them. So that's why I still have not touched a Persona game, because I just know that I'm probably going to get annoyed. But the Switch 2 has no reason to be overpriced. If they're willing to sell for $330 in Japan, then they are price gouging. Oh yeah, they're 100% are price gouging Americans. Engage is decent, but it has more of an anniversary game, so a lot of enjoyment I got it from being a fan. The game itself is good, but not greater. Okay, so maybe if I play more of the older games, I would like it a bit more. Bork, 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 says the dog. Bork, bork. Oh yeah, I still need to figure out a bork, bork emote. The other game I was thinking about playing for, like, a long-standing game, like a high-investment game, was Final Fantasy IX. I have PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5. I have every PlayStation console, so I have the ability to play these no matter what. But it's the one Final Fantasy I have high interest in. Because it's more fantasy. And I get to play as Son Goku. And that you know, Son Wukong, and that makes me happy. Hi, Jordan! Persona 1 and 2 takes place as a group of adults. Maybe I gotta play Persona 1 and 2, because every time I think about any of the other games and how you have to go to school and manage school stuff, I go, You know that episode of SpongeBob where they have, like, the orb when they're being superheroes, and they have the orb that makes them go, that's whenever I think about playing Persona, and I think about having to interact with children. I think of that orb. To me, turning it on is orb. Yeah, I'm talking about 9. Engagement mechanic is literally tied to bringing back old characters. I have seen that. When I, like, that was, like, the big thing, was, like, the mechanic-wise of Fire Emblem Engage, I heard was, like, a lot of fun. And the reason why to play it is if you like the gameplay and like, decent tactics is why you play Engage. Which is why I still have thought process of playing it, is because good gameplay can carry a lot of my enjoyment of a game, despite me being a high... I'm a high person that enjoys story way more. I can indulge some terrible gameplay if the story is good, or on the other spectrum, so bad it's good. But of course, good gameplay, you can skip cutscenes and play the game. Like that, whatever. I mean, that's Pokemon. You don't play Pokemon for the story. I think what people only say play Pokemon white, black and white or whatever for the story. I don't know. I don't know anybody else, any other Pokemon game that they talk about. Oh, I guess like the GameCube, Coliseum, whatever. 9 is your favorite? Funny enough, I learned that 9 is also the favorite of the creator of Final Fantasy. I forget his name, but the guy who made it said 9 is his favorite. Oh, what did I ran over a squeaky toy when I moved my chair. I was trying to get it out. Platinum? Platinum's a story game? I mean, I haven't played Platinum. I did play Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, but I was told that that was my first Pokemon game, and I feel kind of bad, because most people say that game was bad. And I'm gonna be honest, it's been so long since I played it, and I have no recollection that I don't know. I can't even comment, because it was my first Pokemon game, so I can't. I really enjoy the one we were playing on the GameCube, though. Maybe that's the thing I should keep playing and finish off, because I'm pretty far in that game, I feel like. Should have watched the Persona 3 movies instead, just so you could see the gist of the game. That's actually a good idea. I could watch the movies instead, or whatever TV show if they have it. Cause I know they have an anime. I know they have an anime of what, Persona 4? I don't know, but maybe I should do that instead of playing the games. Cause man, if I had to manage children in a classroom, I would scream. Persona 1 and 2 are also... Oh! Why are all these games high school games? Those two play way different from the rest of the... There's not high school simulators, more dungeon crawlers. Okay. Maybe more willing to play those still. If I don't have to turn my brain off to process children and their quarrels in life, I would probably enjoy it. My first Pokemon game was either Gold or Black. That's a big time jump between Gold. Or do you mean a Heart Gold? Less of a jump. But base Gold, that's a big jump. 7 is good, but 9 is close to my heart since it was like the first one Jacob and I owned. Heck, I have the remake on the Switch and still have the original PlayStation version. I picked up the original PlayStation version not too long ago. I was told I might have to play the port because just some of the load times are really bad on the original PlayStation, but I'm willing to suffer bad load times if it means we can play through the game in its original vision, because that is still something I highly value, is playing what you guys got to play. If you know, in a general sense, what time frame, because I wasn't around. So for me, having all these classic consoles and stuff, I like to have the physical old school version if possible. And if it's easier to play. Some of them are a bit rough to get running. The Xbox was a lot of work. But I'm still willing to put in that effort if I feel like the experience is worth it, which I am. 4 and 5 have an anime. Okay. I don't know. I've heard good things about the game. Like, you can't escape the soundtracks for any of these Persona games. Like, they are everywhere. Like, just like, people use them as background musics in their video essays and stuff. Like, you just can't escape it. But man, it's like, if like my brain trying to process, I can't even. It's hard for me to watch anime with high schoolers, right? It's like I just can't process children. Like, I don't know. I guess because I'm an adult, I can't enjoy it because I don't relate to these people because I'm just older than them and I don't have these experiences. Especially because, like, I was in an ice cube. I didn't go to school. I can't relate to these people at all. So, I don't know. Hey, Redacted! 12 months! I have been a Twitch affiliate for at least a year. Happy affiliate-versary. Affiliate-versary. That's kind of hard to say. I am dying. Did my stream come back? Am I good? Yeah, the Persona 5 music is everywhere. But yes, Redacted, thank you for the 12 months. Cheers. I can't believe I've been using Twitch that long, though. It doesn't feel like that, especially because I don't know how to use it still. I do not know Twitch very well. And everyone kids in your eye. Yes, everyone's a child in my eyes. I am very old. Being over 1,000 does put that work on your brain. Load times actually weren't all that bad from what I can remember, but it may be due to the console itself causing a bad load times. That's what I'm assuming, Jordan, is the bad load times because of the console, just what it is. And big games, and I mean, it's on multiple discs, right? The old school is multiple discs. Play what I played? Time to Wander, the Sand Sea of Final Fantasy 12 on the PS2 before switching to 13, the Zodiac Age on Steam. Or 12, sorry. I do want to play, what is it, 11 at some point? Isn't that the other one that has the memes of the Like, I need to play the meme ones at some point. I don't have a high want to play 7. I don't know. John Final Fantasy, like, I know that game sold like hotcakes, but I don't know. I feel like I understand the game so much because it's been shoved in my face that I don't need to play it. And action RPG doesn't sound appealing, so I don't really want to play the remake. My stream dying? Yeah, my stream dying again. 10? 10 is the... okay. Classroom of Viking Village? If it's that, then it's gonna be a better game. Starting off, I still don't want to talk to children at my time either. 10 was the laughing one. 12 was the one that, Nami was talking about, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing 10 because it sounds like the memes are good. But what is it? Like, is it... It's just their modern ones that are all action, right? I don't mind 16. 16 had good combat. It had good combat because I understand, like, what they're going for. It was, like, actual combos. There was actually a learning curve to it. It was pretty cool. But I do still prefer, like, my RPG to be turn-based. Quite a sweet scene, very cute. I would have to find out for myself. I haven't played the game. I'd like you to give Persona game a shot, but I will admit I am biased. This is my favorite game series. Right? I mean, you can always defend your own favorite game series. I still defend mine, which is Dragon Age, even though 2 and Inquisition are not great. Dragon Age Origins is a work of art. Everybody should play. You all play it. If you liked Baldur's Gate 3, you gotta go and play, like, the game that's basically the same way that game works, but old. And that's Dragon Age. Origin. You can kind of skip the other ones if you don't want to. That's fine. I accept that they're not great. Um, oh, in context. Okay, so I don't have the context, so he's possibly doing it on purpose. Okay, still, it's a funny meme, and I have like that kind of jokey fake laugh is fun to do still. Forced by a sad boy. Aw, he's a sad boy. Oh, don't tell me like his parents die or something in the beginning. So only got past the lightning era in X and still have the second half of 12 to do. It's so depressing how I never finish. You're telling me I have a lot of games I haven't finished. There's a lot of games out there where I think I'm going to play them and then I start playing them and I go, I'm not feeling it actually. Oh! I gotta put that on the list. Divinity 2! Any of them. Divinity or Divinity Original Sin, doesn't matter. Stuff's whoops. Larian, their older games are not great, which was original Divinity. The old classic ones. They're not great. But as soon as they went to the Original Sin, those games slap. Slap. So much. I love Original Sin 2 so much. Like, I am tired of hearing Yuri Lowenthal in a lot of things. So, like, I understand he's Mr. Spider-Man. Anything on PlayStation's gonna want him in something. But, man, Fane is such a great character. He's so far up there and, like, one of my favorites. I love Fane so much. Hello, Miku! I gotta get going, thank goodness, despite the cold, I smell my power. Yes, Jordan, and stay warm, stay safe. Yeah, shoving is great. I also agree, Crumpets, as somebody who took forever to finally beat Baldur's Gate 3 on my own, because I don't ever have time, but I did get around to finally beating it, sometime middle of last year. I like Divinity 2, or Divinity in general, more, but it's because I like the world building more. I like the world that you're in more. Like, the combat is definitely, I think, a bit more creative, but that's just because the fact that they choose 5E sucks. So it's very limited, but shove is good. So I am very excited for the new Divinity, because I do like Divinity's world more than Dungeons & Dragons. Iffin's fun. I do like Iffin, but Fane is just... There's a such a comedic and heartfelt tone to him for how much his life sucks, that I love him to death. I love Fane. Los, I did not like very much. She was my least favorite companion. Sibel's really fun. Sibel. Man. And Red Prince is great. Like, I don't think there's, like, a character that really misses. The only thing I have in Divinity 2 that I hope which they said they're gonna work on with the new Divinity, because what they learned through Baldur's Gate 3, is character interactions. Because you probably might not have noticed this when you were playing Divinity Original Sin 2, but there's no, like, there's not really any character in between conversation. Like, even, like, I'll always bring up, Dragon Age Origins had that. You would still have, like, there's known trigger spots in areas where you can make the dialogue happen, which is fine. But it's still, like, they put in the effort to make lines and lines and lines of, like, depending on what your party is, characters interacting. Or Divinity Original Sin 2 did not have any of that. There was no inter-character dialogue or talking. Has better voice acting? I would not agree in everything. Original Sin 2 had some if ones, but they were very good. Um, there were some voice acting in Baldur's Gate 3 that did take me out a bit because I did feel like it was a little lacking. But if I were to, like, just trying to think back on both of my gameplays, I feel like they're a bit even. I miss the banter. Yes! Yes! We need character banter! Like, it's so important to me in RPGs, especially if it's a Western RPG like these, that we need the character banter. I do at some point want to get around to playing, Obsidian's other games as well. It's not high on my list, but playing, like, what is it called? What the heck was it called? Tyranny is one of them, and then, what was the other one? No, it wasn't a Pathfinder game I want to play at some point, too. Oh, I thought Obsidian made that other RPG. What was it called? There's Tyranny, and then there was the other one. Man, I remember because speaking of Matthew Mercer, he's like 3 companions in that game, and I can't remember what it was. I can't remember the name of RPG right now. But it's old, Real Time with Pause, like Western RPG. I definitely want to play one of those at some point, which is why I'm interested in playing, like, even, like, the older Baldur's Gates or, like, Fallout, because if those are Real Time with Pause, I definitely want to... It would test me a bit, because I've only ever played, like, 2 of those. Western... there are Western RPGs. I wouldn't mind playing, I've talked about it before. Yeah, Wasteland. I own Wasteland 3, and I played like the first like 2 hours of it, but for some reason I never went back. I definitely want to play more of that game. There is like a Western one that I want to play at some point too. Pillars of Eternity. There you go. Thank you, Warren. You knew. Pillars of Eternity is the other one that I have on my mind to play. Pathfinder. Is Pathfinder good? Who made Pillars of Eternity? I don't remember. Oh, it was Obsidian. Oh, it was developed by Obsidian. Okay, that's what I thought. That's another one on my mind. Yeah, I do have God of War on the list. I do have God of War. This list is big. This list is already getting out of hand. Pillars of Eternity. Hard to write with a mouse. What else are we talking about? Wasteland, I feel like is not high enough to put on my MS Paint sheet. Hard West was the other one. I think I got Hard West for free on GOG, I think. Let me see. I still have my GOG up. Do I have it? Oh, I have Blood West. I do not know what that one is. Do I know what that one is? What is this? I got this for free. Oh, it's a stealth shooter. Interesting. Okay. But I got that for free. I did get also, speaking of Baldur's Gate, I got all the Baldur's Gate games for free on GOG as well. Man, they give out Control for free so often, but for how much I despise, what the heck was that game? Alan Wake, that's what it is. I can't bring myself to want to play an Insomniac game or whatever they're I hated Alan Wake. I hated it. That game's so bad. Oh, I know I'm like one of the few out there who I swear don't like Alan Wake, but I can't get over how bad that game was. We're done with Kingdom Hearts, yes. For now. We beat 1. I like to let the game simmer a little bit after I beat it so that I don't burn out on the IP. So we're going to play 2 in the future, but we're going to play a game or 2 at very minimum to sit with it, because I learned from my mistakes of going back to back with games in playing them, and it burns you out. Even if you are dedicated, it burns you out. 6 months for hey, 6 months is good time. 6 months is good time. Anyway, Alan Wake sucks. I hate that game so much. Let's see. Excuse me. You did warn me with Pokemon, but I would... Okay. When I tried to do the Pokemon games, I felt so left out. The people... Okay, it was the FOMO. Okay, everybody knew all these Pokemon. They knew all these games. They were like, this is my favorite one, this is my favorite one, this is my favorite one. And I was like, okay, I need to play them. I need to understand what these games you guys play are. And it did burn me out. So, you got me there. It burned me out so much that I don't even care about what Pokemon shows up. I still have to finish the tier list, and we're on, like, Gen 5, right? And I keep running into Pokemon I don't know. Would you do Chain of Memories or PS2 Remake, or just stick with doing 2 next? Bro, I don't know. I would probably just go 2. I understand that people have this chronological order of, like, how they place the games and how they're supposed to be placed in, like, story-wise. But some of these spin-off games don't look good. So I don't know. I'm a little worried about playing the spin-off games. If you think it's neat, I might try it, but we'll see. Yeah, we would probably go straight to 2. Shake my... I tried at least, Nightmare. I tried. Hey, at the very least, I said I'm gonna continue Yakuza. So that's like where we're gonna begin on this list. We're gonna try to finish Yakuza. Chain of Memories, a PS2 remake. PS2 remake of Chain of Memories. Let me see. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Chapter prologue. So what is in this? Is this the one that has those? Okay, I bought the whole bundle. So I have Dream Drop Distance. What? Kingdom Hearts X back cover move. Oh, it's a movie. And then Birth by Sleep. And then I have 2. And then I have 3. So there you go. I will play what I own. So I guess the Chain of Memories is not in this, so I guess I'm not doing that. Based on the mobile game. Interesting. I see that probably went very far. It's so weird when they make canon things to things that they know that people can't, like, easily access, like pachinko machines and stuff. So crazy that these companies do these. Hi, Exis! Sequel mobile gacha game. I'm assuming both are dead. It's okay, Exis. You know I always go back. Horror. Just like that one guy from that one game. Let me go through a couple things. I know at some point I probably need to play a BioShock game, but that's like not high in my want to play right now. I do have the full series, and the remake ones. What else? Oh yeah, we could play a Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, all those. We could go to 2 at some point too. Oh, I wouldn't mind playing a Rayman game at some point. I know Rayman 1's a completely different game, so I don't know about that, but I do know Rayman 2 and 3 might be fun. Because I own those. Because Rayman 2's on Dreamcast, so I have it. I have Rayman. Because I definitely want to play more older games on these consoles. Because I have these consoles and I want to use them, so I do want to do that at some point. So many, like, games I own on GOG because they just kind of hand them out and I don't know what they are. I did have I did spend like $10 on random old games that looked like garbage. That might be fun as well. So there's just a ton of things that I don't know what they are, but they look terrible. In a good way. Terrible in a fun way. I am Affleck. This will always be mine, which is a little less hairy each time. Hey, it's still growing. I don't know why you keep telling these lies. The fighting game is out. It actually came, the official release was last week, I think. So it's like out. And I do want to put more time in it. It should also be on console with crossplay, so if people don't, like, that's a thing I could do. I could play with you guys even more reliably now, because it has crossplay. So if you only have an Xbox, or you only have a PlayStation, I can play with you. I just feel bad because my internet is bad. If it is something you want me to play, like, you're not the only person to bring it up, I will play it. It's just, I feel really bad for my opponents, because my internet's so iffy, right? Like, just on this stream, we had to go out, like, 4 times. Mr. Bones, when I get the Saturn back, and I should be getting the Saturn back when I see Brother Elska this weekend. So Mr. Bones should be hopefully around the corner to beat. Brother Elska wanted his Saturn back for a little bit. And he said he'll let me use it again, because I don't have my own Saturn. So I will be playing Mr. Bones, hopefully soon. I love Mr. Bones. What game is crossplay? 2XKO. Which is the League of Legends fighting game. It was officially released a couple days ago, and it's free to play. So it is a very easy option that if you want to play it, you can, and I can play with you. I do not have Jupiter or Neptune. No, those are out of my price range right now. So we're gonna stick with the Saturn. We're gonna have to stick with the Saturn. You know, I'm doing it off a loan. You know, I don't even own that technically. Yeah, I've heard Rayman 1 is very hard. But I do like the I've heard it. Brother Elska showed me. There's like a yell that Rayman does in the game. He goes like, "Yeah!" Like every time you beat a level, and it's so funny to me. Also, apparently they speak gibberish French. Like that's the language they speak in that game is gibberish French. In Rayman. Rayman? Like, I don't know. How do I put the space in there? Rayman. I have to put the space. I do miss our Bony Boy. That game makes me want to set myself on fire, but at the same time, I'm like giggling and laughing, and I'm going like, hee, Mr. Bones. I want to die. That game is so hard, but it's so funny. It is such a weird piece of media that would never be made ever again. I also love old FMVs, and if you can think of like old games with FMVs in them, I would adore it. I would be down to play old FMV games from like point and click era games, you know? I would be so down. Because I think they're just so funny. It is such a specific point in time for FMV games, and every time I see anything about them, I think like this is something so different and so uncanny and so weird that it's just like it fills me with nostalgia that I shouldn't have, because I wasn't around. I didn't have these. I was in the Ice Cube. Like I don't have these, but there's something so charming to me about FMV games that I would love to play some. Hydrate, thank you, Moss. I love water. Gabriel Knight 2. Let me look at this up here. YouTube. Gabriel Knight 2. The Beast Within. I'm just gonna skip randomly and see just something quick. I'm sorry, but just like the actor is so funny looking. Where's the gameplay? Like, I guess this is the oh no, it's an hour in, and this is kind of funny. Alright, never mind. But maybe I wouldn't be mad. That is true. I could play Command and Conquer. Warren with the $15 ruse! Here's a little something for the entertainment. Oh, thank you so much, Warren. You're so kind. I'm sorry that my Twitch doesn't always work very well. That I miss some of them, but some of the chatting. But thank you so much for your love and support, Warren. It means a lot, and I do hope I do entertain you for the time that I'm here. Hey, that man's a treasure. You're not wrong. I do have a want to get an RTS in, and I do not mind if we play Command and Conquer. That's definitely up there. Yeah, back when it was cheaper to hire actors. Which is why Mr. Bones is so fun. You have this animated skeleton. They're like, how do we use this like 400 times? Okay, so the bad guy's a necromancer, making the power of music to an evil to make an army of all the same skeletons. But Mr. Bones, he's a skeleton with lips. Check Steam. What did you do? What did you do? Oh no, Nightbot. Nightbot. Okay, Nightbot. I didn't think he would do that. Hold on. Settings. Wait, what? That's so weird. That's their what? Oh, because it's through street. Okay. I'll see. I gotta. Okay, I should maybe have fixed it, but we'll see. I don't know if I have to. Is there a save button? I don't think so. I hope I did it. I hope I fix it. I remember they were inflicted with skeletonism. I want to be inflicted with skeletonism. Skeletonism. What did you give me, Nightmare? Ooh, what's this? Nightmare, thank you for the gift. Oh my goodness, the cover art's really interesting. Let me see what it is. Look outside. Bork. Look outside. Ooh, spooky game. I like me spooky games. Survival horror RPG set in a single apartment building. Ooh, I like spookies. Hi, Light the Hero. Welcome. Usually I have a stream open on YouTube as well. Twitch is just my preferred. Warren, that's why I try to do both these days, but it's just the dual streaming can be finicky sometimes. But like I said, I'm trying my best to make sure I can do what I can to involve both parties, so don't you worry. I like Twitch's like integrative interactivity that they have with chat and the things you can do, and I really hope they can put that over on YouTube at Sunday. That game. Oh, you know that game too, Mossy? Ooh, I like spooks. You know I like spooks. Which is good, because I actually haven't had a horror game that's been like, I've been gravitating to in a long time. So I definitely need to try this. Yeah, you were interested 2 weeks ago and a bit upset. It's that good? Ooh. Okay, you may have got me hooked. That's high praise, especially from you, Nightmare. You were very honorable, and you really like to make sure you speak your mind as it goes. So I usually trust your opinion. So that's high praise from you. Indie horror gameplay, you watch a lot. I do sometimes to get games that I might want to play. I like Alphabet Gamer a lot because he plays like the no commentary stuff, so I can like watch the first like 10 minutes of games, see if I have interest. I still appreciate those no commentary YouTube channels. They really help these days, especially because how many games come out. Make sure you guys are drinking water too, and hopefully you guys are all staying warm, as I said. But yeah, so I have a good list. We will continue playing Yakuza 0. I will aim to get that game beat And then I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 19 games on the MS Paint page. I'll try to cut it in half, and then we'll like spin the wheel the next game after that. Yakuza is long. 19. From what we discussed more games than that. These are just the ones I definitely have like more of a want to play. First playthrough only took 14. Oh yeah, that's not long at all. That's like a week or two streams. That's like not bad. Yakuza is long. It is very long. But hopefully between my transition of going from old job to new job, I still have to use my my paid time off hours. So I think before I fully go, I'll have like a week off. I'm gonna try to use those. So hopefully within that time, maybe we can have like some longer streams. Hopefully, if Mama Elska, you know, actually, I could probably take like longer breaks if I do those longer streams, so that I can help take care of Mama, because she's still no feel good. I feel so bad. Like the universe is being so mean to Mama right now. I feel so bad. Not only is she having her normal medical issues, she also just got like an ear infection that came back. She just recovered from shingles again. Like she's got like so many things like just keep coming to her. I feel so bad. I just I just want my mom to be better. Nonetheless, so with the list, so I have Final Fantasy 9, Warcraft 3, I have a Fallout game, Niho, Doom. I could probably take off Bastion, so we'll take that one off. Dragon Age, I could probably take that one off for now. Okami, that one I think is gonna be my offline project, so that one could probably be like an orange circle. I'll put that for myself on my notes. And then a tactical game, maybe an XCOM or a Fire Emblem. Divinity, I could probably cross out for now. God of War, Yakuza, Devil May Cry, Vampire Masquerade, Pillars of Eternity, Octopath Traveler, and Hades. That's the ones those are what I wrote down. So I'm probably gonna be able to cross a couple of these off easily. 120 hours straight. Yeah, all week. Dude, I would be totally down to just leave my stream running and just like go to bed and come back. But the one thing that's bad about that is YouTube shuts down streams after 12 hours. I don't know how people, like, I think only uploading you can do like 24-hour streams, but the system does automatically cut off at 12 hours. So I have seen streams that go on for like months, but I don't think they are archived. And that was the thing I learned the hard way. So I'll be totally down, but it'd probably end up being like the 8 hours I sleep, and then I would turn it back on just to make sure that I get to archive what we do. Ralph, my mama just got her hip replaced. It was delayed because stress got her. Like, what is with this garbage of like the universe being mean to moms? Shadow of the Colossus is another. Oh god, that's another one. Shadow of the Colossus. That looks like a word. I did that too fast. Yeah, it keeps streaming, but the VOD stops at 11:55. So I would probably end up needing to do in-betweens. But I would, you know me, if I had the ability in this universe to just stream as much as I could, I would. But the universe is mean, and I can't do what I want. Please, I don't want to wake up 12 hours on Thursday on your random day. It's not, you don't have to do it, Mossy. I could always, I'm a big girl, I can do what I need to do. But with that, guys, we are at the 2 hours. So I'm gonna go cook dinner for Mama. So she can get rested up for the rest of the day, because she, like I said, she's still sick. She's double sick now. Feel bad. So I'm trying to make sure I get her something healthy to eat, because she's having some trouble getting out of bed. So I'm gonna go make Mama some dinner, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, so I'm gonna wrap up here. But we will return with Yakuza. I will I hope it's cloud save, right? Hold on. Yakuza. I still have it downloaded. Woo! I never uninstalled, so I should still have my save. Even though I'm pretty sure cloud save would be, yeah, it's cloud stat. It should have cloud save. I get scared about losing my save files all the time, okay? I still have my Dark Souls 3 save file from when I first started playing. I have the file saved. Because I just get so paranoid about losing my save files. But yes, I'm gonna head out, so thank you. Berserker, Eki, Nami, Barada, Masi, Nightmare, Jordan, Warren, Like the Hero, I said Nami, but Nami, Redacted, Kaylin, Leon, Exis, Night Shifter, Crumpets, I appreciate you too. I did say Jordan. I said Berserker. I'm trying to remember who else was here. I'm probably missing someone, right? Miko! There we go. I knew I was missing someone. Thank you. Damascus, thank you. Raymond, thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will catch you back with. Oh yeah, I do need to play. I need to play Dream Barbecue because that's the game I need to play for you, Mossy. You earned it. Nami name times 2. Can't forget Gibbs. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye, farewell, and we will return with Yakuza. Bye. Meme Lord, thank you for hanging out too.